Give everybody a few minutes to come on in. Hello, Shirley. We're going to be chalking on these beautiful wooden Christmas tree cutouts that Couture now has. Welcome, Elizabeth. Hi. Hello, Melissa. Okay, thank you for joining me here on Chalk Live. Not sure if everybody knows what Chalk Live is. Chalk Live is a group of talented Couture independent designers. We come on and do lives for people so you can see this beautiful product, this great product that we have. We give you tips and trades of what we've learned and how to do things. We answer questions, anything else that might be helpful. Tonight, like I said, I'm doing these trees. I haven't even opened the package yet. They're still encased in the package. We're going to do the transfer. I'm going to do the squirrely one. I'm going to do the plaid colored one. And then I'm going to do the one that looks like it has the branches. I took this out earlier. I already marked on the back. I marked on the back, and I always put which one goes where, so it kind of gives me an idea. Because when I take my transfers apart, I do not cut the backing. I cut strictly just the transfer, and that way it stays into one piece, and I can put it back into the plastic carrier that it comes in. Makes it easier to store. For me. Some people cut them all together, so it depends on what they like. I have it all cut up except for this one little piece. I just wanted to show you. There's lines. You can see the lines there, and that's where they have given you so you can know where to cut. This is my favorite part. I love this sound. Okay. Go ahead and take our trees out. We got to wax these. These are wood. You want to always wax wood, even if it's a Couture piece, but it's wood. It's still wood. You want to wax it, and the wax gives a barrier so that when you put your transfer down, you don't end up putting the teal or the sticky stuff doesn't stick to it and leave part of the transfer onto your wood surface. But it also protects your transfer, so when you pull up, you don't pull up some of the wood fibers on the back of your transfer. I'm gonna wax. Now I use Minwax. Get it in there, natural. I got this at Lowe's. Get it anywhere. And I just take a rag, and then I just rub the wax on there. Okay, and you can see where you put it on when you're doing this. You can't see, but you can kind of tell where it's not and where I have put it. Hi, May, Lacey, Shannon, welcome, welcome. And then tonight I'm going to use our Rainforest Green, our new Shimmer Red, and our Shimmer Gold. I didn't quite cut that one. There we go. Okay. And then we're going to take the transfer off. Normally I flip flip it over and take the back off the transfer. This time I'm just going to do the transfer off the backing. And we're going to fuzz it up. Not very much, but we're going to fuzz some. This is our fuzz towel from Couture. It has a microfiber side. It has a terry cloth side. The terry cloth side is the side that has the tag on it, and that's the fuzzing side. The microfiber side is the side where we use to dry transfers or our chalkboards or surfaces. I'll just try to line this up. We're going to make sure we don't have any air bubbles. This is how we're going to do it. Oops. Just pulled that one right up. And I think we're going to do this one in... I want to do this one in red. I love this new shimmer red paste. I can't wait for him to put it in the light. I can't wait for him to come out with more shimmer paste, but until then I'll use glitter, and I know I don't use a lot of glitter on things, but sometimes you gotta make them pretty and sparkly. Okay, and then we just take some, we load up our squeegee. I'm using a mini squeegee. And then you're just going to drag that paste down the surface of the silk screen. Oh no. Doesn't want to sit still. There we go. And then we're just going to pull off the excess, put it back in the jar, because we don't want to waste any. We can reuse this. Looks like I got an air bubble in there, so we'll see how that turns out. And we're going to pull straight up. Whew, pretty. You can see the shimmer, kinda. You can see the light hitting it. Love it, love it, love it. I'm gonna set that aside and let it dry. And then we're gonna do this one. We're gonna fuzz again. Doesn't feel like I need to fuzz a whole lot. It's not overly sticky. And I don't want it to not stick, but I don't want it to stick too much. Now these trees and these transfers can be found on my website, which is above in the description, if anybody is interested. There we go. Now with these silk screens like this one, there's a lot of open stencil, sorry, not stencil, wrong word, a lot of open silk screen, not a lot of green stickiness, so you got to make sure that it's down and there's no bubbles. Okay, and when you're putting the chalk on, you want to be careful not to lift it up. this away. Close my lid on this. I think this one we will do in, we'll do this one in the silver shimmer. Sorry, silver. We're going to do this in the gold shimmer. I don't know my colors tonight. And again, we just loaded up our squeegee, and we're going to pull that chalk paste across the stencil. What is with the stencil? I know better. No stencil. Against the transfer. Pull the excess down. I always try to make sure that I'm going in the same direction throughout the process, but sometimes you have to twist your arm in different angles to get it all on there. Oops. Trying to splatter it everywhere. Okay, take off my excess, make sure there's no lines. Put the excess back in the jar, and then we will reveal. That one's pretty too. Pretty. Again, you know, if you can kind of see in the light the shimmer. I think it would be cool to take like red and put like little red, like you're almost putting like little ornaments on the branches. Let that one dry too, and I need to get my little wipes here because I don't know where they're at. Awesome. Close this one up. We're going to do this one in our forest, rainforest green. I always am careful when I take these off because I don't want them to go back on themselves and stick. Also, I know I've called these stencils twice tonight. They're not stencils, they are transfers. And they have silk screens. These are not open. These have little mesh screens in them. So when I lay the chalk down, what it does is it transfers the chalk through those screens. So when I lift it up, the chalk stays down, but when the transfer comes up, and it leaves that design on there. This one is tricky, tricky, tricky. This one's a little trickier, making sure I get it all on there. Looks like there's something in there. There it is. It's a little piece of fuzz. And that's one thing, when you're rubbing your hand, you can feel if there's something there. There's like a piece of fuzz or something. And you just want to make sure it's not going to cause an air bubble. because if you get an air bubble, it will cause bleeding and you won't get those nice crisp lines. Okay. And I do believe this is brand new. I haven't opened it yet. These are the brand new lids that now coming with it. The ceiling used to be these tinfoil things, and they wouldn't lift up, and you'd have to take your something, and I always ended up taking my little stir sticks that I can't get a hold of, cutting down into it, and it would get all over, and it was messy. They've come up with these brand new ones. I love them. You just grab it, voila, you're done. So this is also, oops, I got ink on me. You can see that it looks like it's like separated, and that is it. It's pigment. It's just the pigment has separated. Once I stir this up, it will be perfectly fine. Let me stir stick again, and then I will just stir. And the first time you stir it, you won't be able to hear it on here, but when you're doing it yourself at home, you can hear the snap, crackle, pop sound. And it's just all that chalk and pigment getting itself all mixed up again. Okay, and then you want your chalk to be about a consistency of cake batter. This is perfect. This perfect consistency right there. I need to get the chalk off my fingers. Again, I'm going to load my squeegee and just drag that down across the surface of the transfer, making sure I get into all of the open transfer, the silk screen. And like I said, these are all on my website, along with a multitude of transfers, Christmas stuff, Halloween stuff, farm stuff, individual monograms, letters, any of the stuff you need to work with, the chalks, the inks, the squeegees, the fuzzing towels. And now I'm just going to wipe off the excess. And with chalk, like, it's hot here. It's been really muggy and hot. I don't have air conditioning in my kitchen, which is where I'm doing this from. So I always have to work quickly, otherwise it dries. And if it dries while it's in here, while it's still down, what it's going to do is it's going to pull the paste up. The paste won't stay on the surface, it'll pull up with the transfer. Here we go. I loved all three of these. I'm so happy I did. Woo. I love this so much. And I may, before Christmas, when time Christmas comes, I may go ahead and put like a Jingle All the Way or Merry Christmas or some kind of wording over the top of it to use in my home, as my decor. I love these. Will be buying myself more. Woo. What do you guys think? All my comments went away. Oh, there we go. I'm going to get all three of them. Let me get this put away here. Because I am notorious for sticking my finger in or taking my project I just did and putting it in the open jar. I really like this color green too, it's pretty. Okay, we'll get the other ones up here. Okay, what'd you guys think? You like these? You think you might want to get some? Okay, thank you for joining me tonight. That was my project. Again, Chalk Live. It's different designers going on, different days, different times. We're all here to help you with questions that you might have, show you different techniques, show you the different things that Couture offers and the things that you can do with them. Right now, this is pretty basic and simple, but you can take transfers, and you can take multiple transfers and use them all on one project. You don't have to use just that transfer for a project. Mix your transfers together to make different projects. A lot of my customer orders, a lot of them I'm commissioned out to do signs, and those are done with fonts. I have a lot of fonts I use. This is one of the fonts. I have all of the fonts, but that's the majority of my stuff is I do custom signing. So if you guys don't have any questions and you liked what I did, give me a thumbs up, and then I will see you all next Friday at 8 p.m. Pacific time. I think I'm going to try and do the big Santa that we have. I really loved him. First I was a little intimidated, and then I saw another designer that I watched do it, and it just, I fell in love with him. So I ordered him right away. He came, so I'm thinking that maybe on a pillowcase or something. We'll see. Thank you for joining. And as always, have a great night. Be kind to one another, and God bless.